in this video, what I likely will share is my thoughts on what we are energetically experiencing right now, and also ways in which that, again, we need to conserve our energy and take things one step at a time and not look too far in the future, but to do the thing in the moment that feels right, that feels connected to an inner knowing and a sense of peace. Even if it feels like it's going to make it harder right now, down the road, it will help. It will make it easier. I do believe that. So just hold fast, hold strong, and believe in yourself and believe in others, and trust that we are heading in the right direction. We just have to continue to have faith and to trust that everything is unfolding as exactly as it's meant to. All right, let's get to it. Hi, and welcome back. It is October the 24th, 2025, and it has been a brutal couple of days. Totally exhausted, haven't been sleeping, just so much energy infiltrating every waking and sleeping and existing moment. It's funny because so many people that I've been talking to have been sharing all of these crazy stories of people who are melting down or having emotional outbursts that are completely like on a continuum of their normal baseline to something that people have never seen even before. And that, I believe, is 100% influenced by the changing energy and our surroundings. How could it not be? If we are energy and everything is shifting, we must adapt to that. And we're venturing into new, again, on that continuum, we're venturing into new areas, extensions of our own energy where we've never been before. And so we're trying to grasp what that means and how to alchemize the energy, shifting away from our baseline, our normal functioning within a former continuum, to realize that it's endless. The continuum of our energy and who we are is endless. It's really hard to wrap your brain around. It's really hard to grasp that in any way that is usable, other than to move through it and experience it. I wonder if that's how you're noticing things as well, that people are really having challenges that they cannot explain. There's no words to explain it, other than commonalities of either not sleeping or being hyper awake, noticing everything, to just really wanting everything to shut off and shut down for a bit so that you can just have a break, so that you can again get some footing to feel as though you are surviving. Because when you're in those moments of overwhelm, the energy is basically just drowning you, absorbing you. You're being absorbed into this thing that has moved in and has cloaked you. And what do you do to manage that? Besides what we've talked about, which is grounding, right? The different forms of grounding that you can do, and centering yourself and being really aware of what is happening, so that you don't then judge yourself based on something that you have no control over. Allowing it. For me, my dreams have been off the chain. And I've always had dreams, whether it's lucid dreaming, whether it is It doesn't matter when your experiences and interpretations of intuitive knowing hits. It's just easier to call them dreams, because trying to explain where it comes from or what you are interpreting is really irrelevant the way I see it. It's the knowing that you draw from it and how it ties together pieces of your timeline to help you shift again on that continuum, to adjust, to exist. And as I was driving up here, this phrase came into my mind, and it was, not everybody lives, but everybody dies. And that is so true. Not everyone steps into conscious creation and awareness. And I know why. It is exhausting. So for as much as it is suffocating to be within systems that you feel directed and ignored and manipulated, it is equally, if not more, challenging to be in co-creation with all of consciousness, because it never stops. And it's up to you, 100% up to you, in how you engage and move through it. What you leave behind, what you bring with you, what you project in the moment, everything. And if you don't just take it step by step, it becomes completely too much. Too much. So pausing, allowing, integrating, grounding, and just taking it one step at a time. Not pushing like we normally have been taught to do. And that's very, very difficult to do when that's all you've ever done. So are you feeling that? Are you feeling major changes in things that are happening around you, with people experiencing high levels, obviously, of anxiety or stress, or the inability to function at normal levels that people have been able to cope through things before, and now not so much? And you're going to hear the dogs, because I have them on leashes, because there is some fresh cow shit. And as you know from past videos, the dogs really, really enjoy taking deep dives into that stuff, and nobody wants to hang out with them after, because that means a whole host of work for me. And I think it's kind of a useful way to look at this too. We're having to adjust and shift how we normally do things, how we have just routinely done things. We're having to shift, and it feels more difficult in the meantime to make those shifts and changes. And yet, if you were to look further down the road, it would actually save you a lot of time to do these things now, as opposed to after. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And so making these shifts and changes right now, and taking your time and alchemizing, which is basically transforming your life through conscious awareness and integration will change the outcome to be a much easier outcome. It's not as fun, is it? Well, if everybody wouldn't roll in shit, we would be allowed to walk on our own. But this is odd because I have not seen any cows. Maybe someone brought a horse, went for a horseback ride, but even that was not horse droppings. And it's not bear, moose, or deer, so yeah, who knows? But it is absolutely beautiful here right now. The biggest thing too is to continue just to trust in yourself and have faith that everything is working out in your highest good. To look inward. And to reconnect with a world that you're co-creating. The energy that has been around us has been intense, and it's flooding in at a level that feels very unprecedented. It's as though we're being absorbed into other realms and dimensions, not so much venturing into them anymore, but really just being absorbed into them. Being integrated as we integrate other energies and experiences in order to continue to exist. We are also, as energy, being integrated into these timelines and dimensions, planes, and whatever you want to call your experience, because the words don't matter. The feelings do. The experience does. And how you make sense of it in your brain so that you can continue to function as a conscious being. And so in the last few days, I've had numerous experiences where I cannot connect the days. And I recorded a video fully thinking that I had recorded it on one day when it was 2 days ahead of when the video actually occurred. And even as I'm writing in my journal, I am not getting days straight. And I've thought, okay, maybe it is just me, because it often has been, especially when you're in a silo of isolation, trying to make sense of your own experiences. It has been something. And other people have also said that they're experiencing similar things. I've also had other interesting things happen, which hard to explain. So listening to music, and the music will overlap itself, and songs that are not even related or in similar playlists, but literally overlapping and playing at the same time. And that to me was very descriptive of how I have been literally feeling and so exhausted and experiencing all these different energies at the same time, and they seem to be coming from different places. So whereas at one point you would be able to tap into one area, disengage, tap into another, or be met with an energy all on its own, this isn't like that. This is multiple forms of energy coexisting and showing up and presenting itself as if we are the energy that is being integrated. And the only thing I can think of is when someone is sick and they have what they would call a virus within their system, and so they take an antibiotic to kill off that virus so that they don't experience those effects of that virus. That we are that virus. We are that virus, and that in a greater system, so us being within a greater system of energy, antibodies have been delivered to basically kill us off. Gus, it's fine. And see the energy, even with Gus, being agitated without what I'm saying, because they can experience that every time I go deep into these things, they can experience the shift in the energy. So with the antibodies coming to kill us off as a virus, as an anomaly, as something that is disrupting the entire system, it makes you wonder, what's next? And what we can do about it. Well, what would a virus do in your body? It would morph, it would adapt, it would try to connect to something within your system that allows it to coexist. And I think that that's what we are being asked to do. If we would like to continue to exist, we need to transform, to morph, and to become something different than we've always been. And the time is now. We're back in the truck, and it's funny, I was thinking about what I was saying as we were on the walk, and it just didn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense, because viruses cannot be destroyed by antibiotics. They just can't. And so I literally looked it up to see if I was remembering correctly of everything that I have known, is that you don't take an antibiotic to get rid of a virus, because a virus has to go away on its own. It has to work its natural course. And antibiotics are used to kill bacteria that are living organisms, whereas viruses are not. They are structured differently. And so it actually helped kind of connect what I was saying on the walk, which was that antibiotics coming down, and we're a virus. So our souls are not a living organism. They cannot be destroyed. They cannot be eradicated by this antibiotic, this external energetic influence that's seeking to suffocate us. It cannot. Living organisms, like if we want to talk about bodies and things that actually have cells that reproduce themselves. And again, I'm not a scientist, but these things are just coming in so hot and heavy and so with so much weight behind them that it's important that I share, because they could be a piece to someone else's puzzle to help connect the dots. And for me, I have my own puzzle going on. Listen to the wind. And it's fascinating to me. So it's something to ponder, that no matter what comes in or at us, we cannot be eradicated, because our souls are infinite, which we have always known, but we sometimes need to be reminded of. All right. Well, until next time, everyone, stay safe, stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye.